Welcome to CBSE English Teacher. Let's now look at the line by line explanation of the lesson. We are not afraid to die if we can all be together for class 11 English. This travelogue was written by Jordan Cook and Alan East. The first indication of impending disaster came at about 6 p.m. with an ominous silence. The wind dropped and the sky immediately grew dark. Then came a growing roar and an enormous cloud towered aft of the ship. With horror, I realized that it was not a cloud, but a wave like no other I had ever seen. It appeared perfectly vertical and almost twice the height of the other waves with a frightful breaking crest. Impending means about to happen. Ominous silence means unpleasant or threatening silence. Aft means near the stern of the ship. Frightful means very unpleasant or shocking. And crest means reach the top of a wave. Around 6 p.m., an unpleasant silence rolled over. It was an indication of a disaster which was about to happen. The wind suddenly dropped and the sky was darker with heavy clouds. A huge cloud was coming towards the stern of the ship, but later the narrator realized it was a huge wave. The wave was perfectly vertical and it was twice the height of the previous waves. They saw with the top of the wave looking unpleasant due to its height. The roar increased to a thunder as the stern moved up the face of the wave, and for a moment I thought we might ride over it. But then a tremendous explosion shook the deck. A torrent of green and white water broke over the ship. My head smashed into the wheel, and I was aware of flying overboard and sinking below the waves. I accepted my approaching death, and as I was losing consciousness, I felt quite peaceful. Tremendous means very great in amount. Shook means vibrated. Deck is a floor of a ship. Torrent means a fast moving stream of water. And smashed means shattered or violently broken. The thunder increased and the waves moved the stern up. They thought that it would not do any damage, but a huge explosion vibrated the deck. A strong moving stream of green and white water broke over the ship. The narrator's head smashed in the wheel of the ship. He flew overboard and sank below the waves. He accepted that his death was approaching and started losing consciousness. He felt quite peaceful. Unexpectedly, my head popped out of the water. A few meters away, Wave Walker was near capsizing, her main masts almost horizontal. Then a wave hurled her upright. My lifeline jerked taut. I grabbed the guardrails and sailed through the air into Wave Walker's main boom. Subsequent waves tossed me around the deck like a rag doll. My left ribs cracked, my mouth filled with blood and broken teeth. Somehow I found the wheel, lined up the stern for the next wave and hung on. Water, water everywhere. I could feel that the ship had water below, but I dared not abandon the wheel to investigate. Suddenly the front hatch was thrown open and Mary appeared. "We are sinking," she screamed. "The decks are smashed, we are full of water." "Take the wheel," I shouted as I scrambled for the hatch. Capsizing means be overturned in the water. Hurled means thrown with a great force. Taut means stretched or pulled tightly. Boom is a pole that controls the angle and shape of the sail. Scrambled means climbed, and hatch means door. The narrator's head popped out of water. The ship was about to overturn, but a wave turned her upright. His lifeline jacket was stretched. He grabbed the guardrails and sailed to the ship's main pole. The waves tossed him around the deck. He was injured as his left ribs cracked, his mouth filled with blood, and he had broken teeth. He found the wheel, lined the stern for the next wave, and waited. There was water everywhere. The narrator could feel water below the ship, but he didn't leave the wheel alone. Suddenly, the front door opened, and his wife Mary came screaming that they were sinking. She said, "The decks are smashed. We are full of water." The narrator handed her the wheel and climbed towards the door. Larry and Hub were pumping like madmen. Broken timbers hung at crazy angles, the whole starboard side bulged inwards, clothes, crockery, charts, tins, and toys sloshed about in deep water. I half swam, half crawled into the children's cabin. "Are you all right?" I asked. "Yes," they answered from an upper bunk. "But my head hurts a bit," said Sue, pointing to a big bump above her eyes. I had no time to worry about bumped heads. After finding a hammer, screws, and canvas, I struggled back on deck. With the starboard side bashed open, we were taking water with each wave that broke over us. If I couldn't make some repairs, we would surely sink. Timbers means wood board used in building of a ship. Starboard means side of a ship which is on the right side when one is facing forward. Bulged means swell. Sloshed means moved through liquid with a splashing sound. Bashed means hit. The crewmen Larry and Hub were pumping the water very fast. The timbers of the ship were broken and were hanging badly. The starboard of the ship had sunk. Clothes, crockery, charts, tins, and toys were roaming around in deep water. The narrator swam and crawled to the children's cabin and asked the children whether they were all right. The children replied yes. Sue, his daughter, complained about a big bump on her head. The narrator did not pay much attention to it as his major concern was to save them. The narrator found screws, hammer, and canvas. He went back to the deck. The broken starboard side was letting so much water in. If the narrator could not fix the problem, they would all sink in the sea.